I very rarely buy a game on day one, but for this, I just had to, and I cannot wait to try it out. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thanks for pressing play once again. Hope you're doing well. I'm the man they call Pixel Paul and I buy games. And today I bought a brand new game. Now yeah, I do buy brand new games, but I very rarely buy games on day one. So the day that they're released, it just doesn't happen. I don't do it that often. Partly because, you know, I like to save a bit of money. I can usually wait for games. So I like to wait a couple of months and get them when they're reduced and, you know, not quite as expensive. But for this game, I had to pick it up on day one. As soon as I saw the trailer for it, I knew I wanted this game on day one. So that game, and you probably know which it is. It's Astro Bot. You've seen the thumbnail. It's arrived today. I mean, it's kind of weird because this release for this game is a little bit unusual, I think, because what was it? 2-3 months ago on a PlayStation Direct, is it called? They announced or showed the trailer for Astro Bot on PlayStation 5. It was the last thing on that Direct. I think it threw everybody. It took everybody by surprise. I don't think there was anybody who was particularly expecting it because there'd been no sort of prior news about it or rumours about it particularly. I think it was always on the cards at some point that Astro Bot would get a full main game at some point. But yeah, possibly, I don't think we expected it maybe this year. But as soon as I saw it, having just played Astro Bot's rescue mission, you know, I loved Astro Bot Playroom as well. I knew I had to get this game. And straight away, I think I actually thought to myself, do you know what? That has the potential to be Game of the Year. A bit soon for that possibly, but we will see. So I've got it today. Game in a plastic bag, so which is a bit unusual perhaps. So I'm going to rip that open. And there we go, Astro Bot. Actually, I'm going to just rip this. That came off easy. There we go. Let's have a good look at it. So, Astro Bot on the PlayStation 5. If you are on Instagram at the moment, you are probably sick and tired of seeing this box art because it is all over Instagram at the moment. And that actually makes me quite happy because, yeah, I think Astro Bot is the type of game which this year possibly we've been missing. Actually, this is the type of game I think we've been missing in this generation. We've had obviously Ratchet and Clank, a Rift Apart, which came out sort of early doors of the PlayStation 5. But I think, you know, across the Xbox and probably maybe even the Switch, a sort of big budget title release of this kind has been sort of few and far between. And when I say that, I mean like a sort of platform game, this kind of platform game, a Mario type 3D platformer. There's just not been many games like this in the last few years. And as well, this year, 2024, it's not been a vintage year, I don't think, for gaming. Don't get me wrong, there's been some amazing games come out this year. There has. But they're sort of few and far between. And yeah, it's definitely not been sort of a 1997, you know, where every other month there was a game, a must-have game coming out. There's been a few sort of surprises along the way, you know, like the likes of, I mean, I'm coming from a PlayStation owner sort of perspective, but, you know, you Starfields, I know that's Xbox, Stellar Blade, this latest game that's come out, is it Wukong? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's not really my thing, that one, but you know, that's been sort of really well received. So there have been some big games out this year, but not a huge amount. We aren't talking about a game every single month that you must have, I don't think, personally. So it's been a little bit of a barren year. And you may know I've been doing sort of videos on Project PS5 and I haven't done one for a while for the pure fact that I've just not been playing that many PlayStation 5 games. You know, a lot of my time recently has been taken up with PlayStation VR. But I would say over the last month or two, I've probably been going through a little bit of a gaming malaise, a little bit. So Astro Bot arrives probably at the perfect time for me. So let's have a quick look at it. That's the back of the cover. Inside, so we've got quite a plain looking disc, nice but plain. So yeah, I've seen this. This is like a one sheet type poster, kind of done in a comic strip type design. That's quite nice, quite cool. I've seen that on Instagram a few times today, but I've not seen that side actually. That's quite nice, nice little poster. That's the sort of thing though you need to keep hold of and keep with your game, I would imagine, because in years to come, people will probably lose these and not keep them with the game. And yeah, so keep it with your game if you get this. But yeah, the disc, and there's some nice sort of inside box art there as well. I don't know if you can see that properly. There's the big bad guy. I recognise that guy from PlayStation's PSVR's Rescue Mission. Sorry, I'm just really excited to get this going. But yeah, this looks great. Disc is in really decent condition. So what I'm going to do is get this installed onto my PlayStation 5. Hopefully it won't take too long. Give me enough time to set up in there, get a cup of tea, which I suggest you do as well. And my intention was to sort of show you my first, say 20-25 minutes of gameplay of Astro Bot, give you sort of my impressions, my first impressions, and there will be my sort of genuine kind of first impressions of the game, and we'll see what it's like. But will I like it? I mean, the reviews have been great, but that doesn't mean anything, does it, these days? Maybe I won't like it. Let's see anyway. I'm going to go and get it installed. Just waiting for this to install at the moment. It's taking its time. Must say, I actually picked this up from Curry's. I got it from Curry's, which is the UK electronics retailer, if you're not from the UK. And I got it for, so they had it for £59.99, but they actually had 10% off it as well, with free delivery. So I got it for £51, which is not a bad buy actually. I've got It's Mitchy on Instagram to thank for that, so cheers for finding that deal. Yeah, just waiting for it to install. So it's installed and good to go. So let's have a look at Astro Bot. I cannot wait to play this game. So I've literally just opened the bag, installed it, and I'm going to play it for the first time now. Turn my headphones up a little bit. That's better. Very familiar Astro Bot music playing there. Okay, we're good to go. So apparently Astro Bot, from the reviews I've read, and I don't tend to read reviews that much, but because I bought this on day one, I wanted to be, well, there was not a lot I could do about it if it was going to be rubbish, but I just wanted to get an idea of how well it had been received, and obviously the reviews have been amazing for it. But the one thing I've picked up about this game is that, a bit like Astro's Playroom, it's a bit of a PlayStation nostalgia trip. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So I'm going to try and not talk too much over the top of this game. And obviously if you've played it already, you'll have seen all this. But if you've not played it, and you've not been thinking about getting it, maybe this might convince you to take a look at it. So if you played Astro Bot Rescue Mission, you'll recognise that guy because he's the main bad guy in it. It's a bit of a similar setup to Astro's Rescue Mission, and then you're looking to rescue all his other bot sort of mates, which is very similar sort of setup to Rescue Mission. Already I can feel, the dual sense is doing its job, and there's loads of different sort of sensations coming through the pad. So even like the crackling on his face there, it's coming through on the controller. Now that looks like an Astro Bot limited edition controller there, which I didn't get. It was a bit too expensive for me. It was either that or the game, and I had to go for the game. I may try and get the controller at a later date, maybe. So far, every little movement that he's making, everything that's happening on screen is being felt through the controller again. There we go. And I'm assuming it's exactly the same sort of control system as in all the other Astro games. Jump, and then keep finger on the jump button to hover. Right, so you can, this is like a map screen type thing and you can move around. Cool. It's making me want to get one of them limited edition controllers now. Alright, first level, Sky Garden. It's great really, because obviously this is his first full sort of proper game, but having played the other two, you just jump straight into it and it feels instantly familiar. But you just know there's so much more in this game already, so yeah, can't wait to just explore it. It's going to be great fun. Graphically, it's a step up already from Playroom as well, you can tell. There's my first bot rescued. Nice trophy got. At the heart of it, it's just a very sort of simple platform game. But to be honest, in this generation, and maybe even in PS4 as well, there's been a real sort of lack of this kind of game in this gen, I think. When you think back to like PlayStation 2 especially, with the likes of Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank. Sorry, my voice command keeps on poking him. There's been a lack of like those old school kind of 2D platformers. So I think this generation's been crying out for a game like this. Oh, so I recognise this guy from Rescue Mission in VR. Oops. Huh. One thing that everybody always sort of talks about with there's death, is the sort of level of detail and Easter eggs and that sort of thing that is in Astro's playroom. So I'm looking forward to hopefully spotting some of that sort of stuff. There's something hidden around here. These must be things that you must have to search for in each level. We've got there. That looks like. Let's get him out. So I'm assuming that's a ratchet bot. It says you can zoom in. You can zoom in and have a look at them as well. That's quite nice. Very cool. Alright, so you've got to do your spin attack for this. There we go. Already I'm sort of thinking, this is the first level, and I've barely even scratched the surface of this level, and already this feels like there's so much to do and explore, and I feel like I'm kind of running through it and missing stuff. Obviously I'll come back to it at a later point, but I did spot something, one of them jigsaw pieces again then. Where did it go? I might have to find him again by the looks of it. I saw him flying up there then. We'll come back to him at some point. So these boxes are usually like gadget boxes, or, you know, like power-ups that you can use. Alright, this is like a balloon kind of power-up. Different. So at the moment I'm just kind of skimming the surface of this level, but it looks like there's just loads of stuff to little secret areas to explore, which I will do for the sake of this little playthrough. We'll go. Oh, it's like a water tube or something. I'll probably missed something down there. Whoops. So that's first level. I mean, I've pretty much gone through that quite quickly, but I've only picked up 3 bots as well, so I'm assuming there were more in there. I'm going to have to do something at the end of the level, I'm assuming. Yeah. But yeah, I think each level is going to have so much you can sort of go back to and explore and find, and just adds to that sort of replayability, I guess. Because from what I can gather, it's not the biggest game. I know some people got the game early and they finished it within like 9 hours, which I think is quite sad, really. I mean, when they say they finished it, have they 100%ed it? I'm not sure, but you know, people saying they finished it within 9 hours, and I'm thinking maybe you have, but why rush? I personally will be taking my time with this game. I just want to sit here and enjoy it and find everything and take my time as well. I don't see the point in just rushing through it, really. So this is like an Aztec level from second mission. Okay. Am I missing something here? Alright. Okay, am I missing something here? I've just been saying these games are simple. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm a simple guy. What can I say? That took way longer than it should have done. This music sounds very familiar again. Okay, this wall again. Another gadget box. What are they? Like frog hands or something? Ah, right. Oh, like extendable arm type things. Oh. There's always something hidden, isn't there? What about? How do I get back up there? Question actually, how do I get back up there? Ah, like that. Whoops. There must be 3 of those like jigsaw pieces in each level. I think I only got 1 in that first level. I'll go back at some point and try and find all of them. They're quite good. Like Russian doll enemies. Don't like Russian dolls. Too full of themselves. Do I go that way or do I go that way? Oh. So you can see there I've already missed one part on this level. How do I get up there? Oh, there's a spring pad over there. Let's get this guy. I'm liking this game. Although I'm not saying a lot. But I am enjoying this game already. I can tell. It's just, I mean, they've been saying it's kind of like, you know, PlayStation's answer to Mario, and obviously, yeah, it's a hard comparison to make because, you know, Nintendo and the Mario games are as good as it gets with platform games, really. But like I was saying before, we've not really had a huge amount of these kind of character-driven 2D platform games for so long. And whether that's because, you know, they always get compared to Mario and it's hard to live up to that kind of standard. But already I'm kind of, you know, thinking this is pretty good, this. And I know I'm only at the second level in. Woo. Ooh, what's this? It's like a sort of 2D platformer type level. Bonus level. Alright, okay. Ah, no, got it. I'll try that one more time. Just because I want to know who that bot was at the top. Looks like another character. Ah. Who is that? Is that Jack? Is it Jack and Dexter? Not sure. Let me know in the comments. Looks like it. Looks like his hair. Don't know. Champ. Let's try that again. I'm going to try and do this bit, and then I don't want to show too much of this game because I want everybody else to be playing it. I don't want to spoil it for people, but I wanted to give a bit of a flavour and my sort of initial thoughts. And I think you can probably tell I'm enjoying this. I think it's really good already. It's the end of the second level. So yeah, I'm very impressed. Really impressed with this so far. I'm going to lose a few hours to it. Possibly not loads because it's not that big a game, I don't think. But yeah, loving it. First impressions, brilliant. So like I said, that was just a very quick look. A couple of missions or levels in Astro Bot. And yeah, I've got to say, just from playing those two, I'm loving it. I think it's a really good game. You can see I'm smiling. I'm absolutely buzzing with that game already. I think it's going to be amazing to go through the rest of those levels and play the rest of that game. I can't wait. Can't wait for my little boy to play it as well because I think he'll really enjoy it too. Yeah, I think it's just exactly what I've personally, as a gamer, have needed this year. Just this sort of game where, you know, it's not a game that, I don't know, video game purists or hardcore gamers might, you know, really appreciate. But I just sometimes, you know, you just want to switch your brain off and enjoy a game, not necessarily be tested by it or, you know, just a game you can just sit there, know what you're doing and enjoy and not be stressed out by it. So yeah, exactly what I think I needed this game at the moment. Yeah, really happy to have picked it up. So I hope you've enjoyed that little quick look at Astro Bot. If you've picked it up yourself and you've played it, let me know what you thought in the comments. If you've been, you know, if you watch this video in months to come and you finished it, let me know what you thought of the game when you finished it. I will probably do the same at some point. Maybe come back to it and talk about it a little bit more. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you can hit the subscription button, that would be appreciated. And I will see you next time.